Welcome to the BIA's November General Membership event. It's good to see you all in two dimension at least. Now, November, we usually host our political leaders reception, but as with everything else in 2020, it's forced a change of plans, but it has not forced a change in the purpose of our meeting today. And that is to introduce you to the 2021 Board of Directors, and then to recognize individuals who have gone above and beyond in the service of our industry, and we're going to recognize them a little bit later on. And then in this most extraordinary year, we're going to top things off with a presentation from our Chairman's Award. And after you meet the board, you're going to hear from members who will announce those awards, and they're going to be in political achievement, professional excellence, and as I said, the Chairman's Award. Now, this is important. I want everyone to listen, because after our presentations, I want you to look for an email. That email is going to link you to a breakout session for some networking, some good conversations, and to catch up with some members after the presentation of the awards and the introduction to the board. Now, look, we all know that 2020 has thrown us some wicked curveballs, but it has not thrown us off our game. And that is to be your voice at City Hall and to support those who support what you do for a living and understand the role that you play in this economy. Because one of the positives that have come out of this whole crazy 2020 is that Sacramento has had to acknowledge that what you do for a living is essential, because a home has never been more important than it is right now during this COVID crisis. And a shelter in place can't happen without shelter. And that can't happen without you. So settle in, get comfortable. I'd like to introduce to you the BIA President and CEO, Mr. Bora Winkle.
Hey, thank you, Matt. Looking real swell there in Studio BIA. Hello, dear members. One of the most important and delightful reasons for holding this event is to fulfill a bylaws requirement. Now, around this time of the year, we are required to share with the membership the official outcome of our board of directors nomination process. And so, pursuant to Article 6.5 of our bylaws, the voting membership has approved the year 2021 leadership via written ballot. The white smoke has cleared BIA's sacred chimney with the decision reached. So it is with great pleasure and industry pride that we can announce that the following BIA members will serve on the 2021 BIA Board of Directors. So please enjoy the following series of slides as we introduce our senior officers and our directors to you.
Your 2021 BIA Senior Officers. Alex Plishner, Lennar. John Larea, H.G. Fenton Company. Chris Hall, Hallmark Communities. Jeff O'Connor, HomeFed Corporation. Jeff Chine, Alan Matkins. Bora Winkle, BIA San Diego County. And now, your 2021 BIA Board of Directors. Gaia Sorrow, Meridian Development. Jimmy Ayala, Pardee Homes. Paul Barnes, Shea Homes. Gary Christensen, Motivational Systems Incorporated. Bob Cummings, Merca Investments. Marcela Escobar Eck, Atlantis Group Land Use Consultants. Brendan Hayes, Fairfield Residential. Nick Lee, Baldwin and Sons. Rita Mahoney, Coleridge. Mark Radlow, Sudbury Properties. Ken Souter, Wakeland Housing and Development Corporation. Jim Schmid, Chelsea Investment Corporation. Justin Suter, Pasco, Larratt, Suter and Associates. Alyssa Villalpando, Hunsaker and Associates. Dave Watson, Dwayne Morris. Nicole Weinman, Jam Electric and Low Voltage.
There you go. Congratulations and welcome to the 2021 BIA Board of Directors. Now, as is our tradition, the BIA would now like to recognize individuals who've exemplified extraordinary abilities and professionalism in the course of their work this past year. Welcome again, Bora Winkle, to present the Political Achievements Award.
Thanks, Matt. Our first award today is indeed our Political Achievement Award for Outstanding Service to the Industry. This year's recipient is one of the hardest working, most talented public affairs professionals in the San Diego region. Thanks to him, we overcame a countywide ballot initiative, first known as Safeguard Our San Diego Countryside, later known as Measure A. Now, as we all know, beating back any referendum on housing growth has proven to be a tough, if not ill-fated proposition. When it comes to new housing, the public votes no. Measure A would have required every city and county to vote on new projects, even though projects would only be located in the county unincorporated area. So we had to convince voters in 19 separate jurisdictions that shutting down housing during a housing crisis was ill-advised. Measure A was on the March ballot and we defeated it right before COVID-19 broke out nationwide. We had a late campaign start, not enough funding, but lucky for us, we had a first-rate campaign manager. His name is Tony Matalatos, Principal, Matalatos Public Affairs. Please help me welcome our friend, Tony Matalatos.
There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. The technology is working. Thank you, Bora. This is a really nice honor from a fantastic organization that I deeply respect. And it also happens to come at a really good time near the end of what's been mostly a shitty year. So it sure feels good to receive this award at this time. Thank you. What you all do is incredibly important and valuable. For most people, there's nothing more important than a home. So why is it so difficult to build one, right? You folks are the players, the frontline housing heroes. I view my role as a supporting cast member. I'm an advocate, a cheerleader, a strategist, a tactician. I'm here to help, and not just for the work. I took an active role in the BIA years ago because I believe the housing crisis is the issue of our time. And I believe if we work hard and if we work smart, we can make a difference for everyone in San Diego. We've done some good work together. There's more to do, and I'm looking forward to that. I want to thank all of you for this honor, and I want to extend my warmest thank yous to Bora, Matt, and Nancy. They're rock stars. They really are. They're fabulous. They're smart, they're talented, they're driven, and they're a lot of fun to work with. You all have great leadership at the top of this organization. Thank you again for this. It's a tremendous honor.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alex Plishner with Lennar Homes, and I want to thank everyone for participating virtually today. It really means a lot to this organization to see this level of support. As next year's BIA chairman, I've been able to witness the enthusiasm for the future of this industry, and it really feels remarkable. I don't think there's a more close-knit business sector in San Diego today. So I get to go second today. Well, this award hasn't been around for a long time, but last year we talked about acknowledging someone in the public sector who truly got our side of the business and really embodied what it meant to work collaboratively with the mindset of solving problems first. In fact, when this award was created, a number of us instantly thought there was no one better person to be the first recipient than our very own Mr. Edric Durango. I can remember his face beaming from ear to ear, feeling passionate and just genuinely proud to win this award. I could tell it meant a lot, as it did to all of us who gave it to him. Everyone here is aware of his passing in early September. With a career that spanned more than 25 years, Edric cared so much about his team at the City of San Diego, as well as the community that they live in. He touched the lives of so many and had a positive and lasting impact on our city. But even more so, he cared and loved deeply for his family. We are honored and humbled to have his wife, Elaine Durango, here today as well with us. We also decided as a group to permanently honor the man we so highly respected in the most fitting way possible, to name the award he first won and that embodies every inch of his character, the Edric Durango Service Award. So now I have the honor of giving the award out. Well, this too was tough, as there are so many outstanding people to acknowledge. We actually decided to give it to two people, and I'll go first. The partnership between the building industry and the San Diego Gas and Electric has gone back many decades. However, in recent years, it's gone in a completely new and different direction. A solid working group of a few dozen people from both groups have done exactly that. Gotten to work, solving processing issues, meter releases, delivery schedules, design and implementation challenges. We have all now subscribed to the old motto, if you don't look good, we don't look good. This member of their team is truly a shining star. Most people on our side of the business know her. Okay, I'm now probably dwindling the list down of the winners. And I can tell you that myself and our entire team are her biggest cheerleader. She oversees a huge part of SDG&E's South business, which is our entire county south of the 56 freeway, an enormous territory. She helps all of us consistently with a great big smile on her face, as well as with a huge heart. When I made her aware of her winning this last week, and I told her of Edric's passing, she said she instantly got goosebumps and chills, learning of Edric, as well as her being awarded in his name. It's truly fitting and my great honor to give the inaugural Edric Durango Service Award to San Diego Gas and Electric's Tanya Becerra.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me today. It's a privilege and an honor to receive the BIA Professional Excellence Award. Being the first recipient of this award, which is dedicated to Edric Durango's memory, makes this moment that much more special for me. It was a surprise, and I humbly accept this award for myself and my team at SDG&E. This award speaks to the growing collaboration between the builders and SDG&E. I worked with Edric for years, starting when I was a liaison with the City of San Diego, working on the underground conversions and capital improvement projects, and most recently on the permitting process. He was a dedicated employee and a true professional. It is the focus and the hard work of so many that we come together and work on programs such as SDG&E's Builder Services Customer Portal to streamline our processes and meet all of our goals. Building positive business relationships is the key to creating seamless communication between our partnership, which is the foundation of the very commitment SDG&E strives to uphold. I will continue to honor Edric's legacy by ensuring our work continues to be a win for our customers, builders, and SDG&E. Thank you so much for this award.
Hello, I'll be awarding the second Edric Durango Award. And before I jump in, I just wanted to recognize Edric as well. My name is John Larea from HG Fenton. But, you know, a few months ago, Edric worked closely with our development team to help us locate an honorary LGBTQ monument at our Boulevard project in North Park. When we started talking to the city about that project, we were told there were numerous reasons why we couldn't locate the monument alongside our site. But Edric, through his typical thoughtful and methodical effort, found a way to make it happen. And in a way, a small piece of Edric's typical professionalism will live on in that monument. And in that, I'm pleased to present this award to another person whose professionalism and service will live on in a different transformational project. I've had a pleasure of working with our next award recipient on numerous projects that have ranged from the mundane to the absolutely community changing. She has the ability to ask the right questions at the right time, which builds confidence in the applicant as they navigate what is a difficult process. And in a world where many on the outside are afraid of change and creativity isn't typically rewarded, this person takes those challenges head on. And although she may have her doubts on the most creative projects, she knows what I'm talking about, her ability to listen carefully and clear the roadblocks ahead is tremendous. Fortunately, Renee Mezzo, as a development services project lead on our Piazza della Famiglia project in Little Italy and several other projects, has been instrumental in the implementation of the process necessary to create new places for people to live, work, and play throughout San Diego. Her relationships with people seem to rise above the noise that is created by the process, which in the end creates a better place for all San Diegans. And that project Renee helped guide is a transformational project, a place we should all visit and be proud as San Diegans to enjoy. Renee, the BIA is truly honored to present the Edric Durango Professional Service Award to you. You are a model at DSD, and I know many in our industry would be pleased to work with you on projects for years to come. Thank you and congratulations.
Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. First of all, I just want to say thank you to the BIA and all the talented people there that I've had the pleasure to work with over the years. Secondly, I am beyond honored and blessed to be associated with Edric Durango. Sorry. He was such a smart and gentle soul, and he taught me to always remain calm, friendly, and stay focused on the solution and not the problem. Over the course of all my time at the city, I was never an applicant until now. COVID has enabled me to apply for construction permits for my own single family home and has given me a whole new perspective on the work that you all do. It has also solidified my commitment to continue to improve the system moving forward. So thank you so much, and I appreciate the honor.
Hello, can you hear me? Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for participating today, and thank you, Zoe and Danielle, for organizing today's event. Several months ago, I began thinking about the Chairman's Award. For more than 30 years, an award has been given by either the Chairman or the BIA President to someone who stood out for our industry in the last year. No way this COVID crap is going to change that. Why is our industry open when gyms, restaurants, bars, and theaters are not? Well, back in March, Governor Newsom was shutting down California businesses, including the home building industry. He deemed our industry non-essential. However, as always, Bora, Matt, and the BIA team said, we are on it. Calls were made to the CBIA and meetings were set up with Newsom and his staff. After several heated meetings, the governor made construction an essential industry and we are allowed to stay open. However, the BIA needed to develop an extensive COVID safety plan. One person stepped up with the help of several local BIA builders and began developing procedures to keep our industry humming. There are many hurdles, some easy, such as mandating masks and keeping job sites clean. There were also more difficult tasks, such as scheduling, so different trades were not working at the same time in the same place, as well as keeping detailed records. Once the procedures were all laid out, a massive training effort was needed to be implemented. Documentation was a big key. Regulators wanted to make sure how the protocols were being followed. This person worked day and night with various local builders and trades to make sure thousands of San Diegans would be able to work and provide for their families. He gathered information, developed a plan, and devised a training system. The City of San Diego not only approved the COVID protocol procedures, but adopted them for the city employees, as did many other cities in San Diego County. These procedures were shared with all the BIA builders and trades. This is the reason we have been working for the last 9 months. So Alan Willingham has worked for Lennar for over 30 years. His daughter, who happens to work for HomeFed, gave me a little inside scoop. She told me he actually spent most of those 30 years driving his boat back and forth to Catalina, one of his favorite vacation spots. On a serious note, Alan has introduced many people to our industry, including his daughter, son, sister, and several neighbors. Alex and Ryan, this guy needs a raise. For his exceptional work to keep us working, please help me congratulate Alan Willingham, the 2020 Chairman Award. Congratulations, Alan.
Can you hear me now, Jeff?
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you. I appreciate the recognition and all the kind words. One real quick thing before we get started, I just wanted to make sure that you went through and counted all the ballots. They're all in and they've arrived correctly, and I'm for sure the winner. Can you confirm that before I go any farther here?
Yes, Haley was the deciding vote.
I love it. But seriously, our successes in establishing this job site protocol wouldn't have been possible without all the other builders that were involved. It wasn't, just me. It wasn't just Lennar. I mean, we played a leadership role in putting it together, but all the other builders coming together and putting it together, and the willingness, to just put it all together was just key. It was relatively easy until we got to the point where we had a few attorneys got involved with us. And as all of you know that were involved, the attorneys kind of slow things down, but we kind of jumped right through that hurdle as well. We expected it to be a giant undertaking, and it really ended up being smooth just because of all the willingness of all the other major home builders that were part of this committee and putting it together. Our number one goal was just to remain and stay in the status of, keep our status of essential workforce in place, so all trade partners would be able to come to work in a very safe environment. To some degree, we went overkill in some areas just to make sure that we had a protocol that was established and would be accepted by the County of San Diego when we submitted it back to them. But none of this would have been possible also without Bora and his group at the BIA helping putting us through, getting us through all the political processes, getting some feedback from the government on all the challenges that we were going through, just getting the language crafted correctly. We also had multiple public builders involved. As you could imagine, with the public builders involved, there are public builder attorneys involved. So that made it a little bit complicated, but we got there. We did it. We're working, and we continue to work. So with that said, again, I appreciate the recognition, the honor, and I'll continue to keep pushing to make sure that we remain an essential business and make sure that we're compliant with all of our protocol that we designed, and we'll go from there. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let me tell you, there are two key phrases in 2020 that we hear all the time now. One, you're on mute. And then the second one, can you hear me? And that's what we're doing right now. So look, this is the conclusion of our presentation portion, but it's not the conclusion of our event. So remember that email link I told you about a little while ago? Find that email link. It's to Zoom, and link into one of the breakout rooms so we can have a little camaraderie, get to reacquainted with some old friends, and maybe make a new one or two. So use that link, and we'll see you in a few minutes.